goes up. It gets to your neck and twists around your neck 2 times. Starts squeezing. Can't breathe.
Richard was a great storyteller. He was able to tell stories in such a way that one could be completely immersed in whatever he was telling, almost as if they were living it themselves. He had a pretty terrible childhood. When he was 13 years old, his mother committed suicide, leaving him with his father, who was an alcoholic. Richard's father, while said to have been quite pleasant to be around when not drunk, was very abusive, especially to Richard. His older sister got married at 16, so she was able to leave, and his younger sister went to live with their grandmother. Ultimately, Richard dropped out of school and joined the army. He went on to get his GED when he was 20, and his father died of a heart attack 5 months later. There was never a period in his life where he wasn't popular with women. He tended to prefer women over men. While he was working at the Philadelphia Inquirer, there was a woman who he became utterly infatuated by. Her name was Alice. Alice, like Richard, was also rather popular with men. Her first love, Joe, was in the Navy, and he was killed after an aircraft crashed into his ship. He was just 18 years old. She had found love again with another, and dated a few other men, and overall had a vivid life prior to meeting Richard. Maybe Richard first got notice of her after she was nominated for being the most beautiful woman at the Philadelphia Inquirer, but either way, he was love-struck. He wanted to propose on the first date, but Alice thought he was weird since he wore sunglasses inside, so she was reluctant to go out with him. Knowing this, Richard decided to be patient and not ask her quite so soon. They eloped before they could have a third date, on December 6, 1958. They honeymooned at Niagara Falls and kept their marriage a secret from Alice's parents before they inevitably found out. Their marriage spanned nearly 63 years. They had 4 children together, 3 of which were planned. Their daughters would give them 5 grandchildren, and through them, Alice showed that she was made to be a grandmother.
Is that a gift for Olivia? Aww.
That's for you. That's for you.
She was incredibly tender and warm, especially when it came to her grandchildren. Alice was very artistic. She would paint and draw and make wax figures. She was stubborn to a fault, and that's putting it lightly. And she would pass this on to her daughter, who would pass it on to her daughter. Alice would tell her granddaughter that she reminded her of herself when she was a child. Richard was a teacher. He taught typesetting at the same school that he once attended. As the field evolved, he learned the new technologies so that he could continue to teach the subject. His work was very visually oriented, as was he, and he also loved old movies. He did most of the filming in the household, and he was intentional about shot composition. His ideas didn't always work out. He'd pass this on too.
It's a great shot.
Richard and Alice's personalities and traits got passed down to their descendants, and their first daughter received an exact combination of the two of them, and her youngest daughter got a lot of her. She was a thrill seeker as a baby.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
I wasn't there, that would have hurt.
I know, that's not funny, Olivia. I mean,
And grew up loving movies. She would remember lines from various movies, like Inigo Montoya's monologue in The Princess Bride.
I am Anna Montoya, prepared to die.
She got introduced to the 1950s television show I Love Lucy and immediately fell in love with it. Alice would praise Lucille Ball and reminisce to her about how much better comedy used to be, and she'd agree. It was this, in addition to her grandfather's massive sense of humor and way with words, that inspired her to attempt theatrical, comedic performances.
He won't be able to eat, and he'll need to have pills and food coming in from the rear. So, please help so that they have little lips like you and me.
While she's become more reserved like Alice as she's gotten older, she still provides goofy, theatrical displays that are more akin to her grandfather's side when around people she's comfortable with.
Now, we're all done, so let's get doing it.